Question: some people think that the best way to get the news is through newspapers, while others think it is through online media. Discuss both views and give your own opinion. Give reasons for your answer and include any relevant examples from your own knowledge or experience. Write at least 150 words. Model answer 1. It is argued by some that newspapers are the best source of receiving news, while others believe that online media is better. While online news platforms can disseminate information instantly, I argue that print media is the best way to obtain authentic news. Some argue that online media is the best medium for getting news. This is because online platforms broadcast news instantaneously, allowing readers to access and obtain information as it happens. Put simply, individuals can get breaking news through online media outlets, keeping themselves abreast of the latest developments. This instantaneity is particularly advantageous in rapidly unfolding events, such as war, natural disasters, or global crises. A case in point is X, formerly known as Twitter, a social media platform. It provides real-time updates on the Russia-Ukraine war. Despite this, I would argue that newspapers are a far better medium to have news. Others, however, say that print media are a better medium to get news because of their credibility and trust, unlike online platforms such as Facebook, which often contribute to the spread of misinformation due to the lack of authentic sources to obtain information. Newspapers typically employ trained journalists who are expected to cross-check information, verify facts, and present unbiased reporting. This adherence to professional journalistic standards helps to ensure that news reported in newspapers is trustworthy. For example, the New York Times has a long history of upholding professional journalism standards, contributing to the authenticity of its reporting. For this reason, I think that newspapers are the best source of getting news. To conclude, although many prefer online media when getting news, this essay, after weighing both views, finds that newspapers are a better option to obtain news due to their trustworthiness and professional journalists. Sample answer 2. It is argued by many that newspapers are the best means to receive news, while others feel that other media sources are better platforms to get the news. Although print media can offer in-depth news, I contend that digital news outlets are the better source to receive news about current affairs, as they provide real-time news updates. Some claim that traditional print media is the best source of learning news, offering in-depth reporting on different topics and events. They argue that it allows journalists to research extensively and delve into complex issues, thus providing readers with detailed context. Put simply, newspapers dedicate adequate space for feature stories, in-depth articles, and op-ed page articles so the readers can deepen their understanding of complicated issues. Print newspapers, for example, often practice investigative journalism so as to probe into corruption scandals that exert tremendous influence on policy reviews. Despite this, I would argue that digital mediums are better platforms for news consumption. Others argue that other media sources are better options due to the fact that they offer audiences real-time updates. Digital news platforms, for example, online news portals, social media and news apps, utilize content aggregators to obtain information from different sources in real time. In addition to this, the media provide viewers with live streaming or live reporting, in which journalists continually offer the latest updates with new insights as it unfolds. For instance, platforms like Facebook Live are used to broadcast real-time footage of breaking news events. For these reasons, I think that other forms of news platforms prove to be better options to obtain news. To reiterate, although many prefer print newspapers because of their extensive reporting, this essay finds that digital news mediums are better at learning news because of their ability to provide live coverage of breaking news events.
Sample answer 3. The debate over the most effective medium for staying informed about different local and international events has intensified in the digital age, with some advocating for traditional newspapers while others favor newer forms of media. This essay will examine both perspectives and opine that traditional newspapers are far better sources as they offer authentic and in-depth news. On the one hand, proponents of online news websites and social media argue that these mediums offer greater immediacy, accessibility, and diversity of perspectives. With smartphones and digital devices becoming ubiquitous, people can access news updates instantly from anywhere with an internet connection. Furthermore, social media platforms allow individuals to engage with news stories, share opinions, and participate in discussions, creating a more interactive and dynamic news experience. For instance, breaking news stories often unfold on Twitter, where users can follow live updates and contribute to the conversation through tweets and retweets. On the contrary, supporters of printed newspapers argue that they offer in-depth coverage, analysis, and credibility that other media platforms may lack. Newspapers often employ professional journalists who adhere to journalistic standards of accuracy and objectivity, providing readers with comprehensive and well-researched reports on current events. Additionally, the physical format of newspapers allows readers to engage with the news at their own pace, without the distractions often present in digital media. For example, individuals may enjoy starting their day with a cup of coffee and a printed newspaper, savoring the tactile experience and depth of coverage offered by traditional print journalism. In my opinion, while digital media platforms and social media offer unique advantages in terms of immediacy and interactivity, they lack authenticity and reliability. This is why I favor the idea that newspapers are by far the best media to get news. To conclude, individuals need to get news from reliable and authentic sources. From this perspective, newspapers are still the best way to get local and international news.